Hey, so I just watched this Alex Hormozi video on his content strategy that he's used, and I took so much out of this video. So I just want to highlight what I took out of it, and I just want to share a link in my description so that you can go and watch it and also do the same. Okay? And really, the video is only like 10 minutes long, so it's seriously good. In this video, he talks about the 5 phases of building a content machine. Phase one and phase two are fairly basic. Phase three to five are where it gets a little bit more in depth. So phase one is just make something and post it. And phase two is post something consistently. I would say I'm at phase one right now, but I know that my business would be better if I was at phase two. Okay, so that's what I'm going to try and do. Post something more consistently. He says at this stage, choose one platform and create a content calendar. And the content calendar is good for also tracking the performance of what you're making. Phase three, post reliably on all platforms. This is a massive increase in volume, he says. Phase four is not just to post regularly on all platforms, but to maximize how much you can post on each platform. So for example, TikTok, you can probably get away with 4 or 5 posts a day. Facebook is 1 or 2, and YouTube is maybe once a day. Phase five is capturing and creating. This is where you are utilizing your audience to give you content back. So I don't know if you've seen things like Gary Vee, where he does a show where he answers viewers' questions. Each one of those answers then becomes a piece of content in itself that he can distribute all over the place. The next section of this video that Alex Hormozi says, he talks about the objectives. He breaks it down into 2 stages, a stage one business and a stage two business. Stage one business is where you're at. Phase 1 or 2, you're just posting consistently. The objective of a business at this stage is to nurture the leads. So your primary marketing channels are other things. So you're getting your leads mostly from outbound affiliates, paid ads, and referrals. The content is there to show that you have a presence online, you know what you're talking about, and it's to build trust with new people that are coming in. He also says that at this stage, social content is a really low risk way of testing your hooks and headlines. So what's working with the audience? Which are the things that you're saying about your solution or your business? They're actually getting traction. Those can then be doubled down on in your paid marketing. They can also be given to any salesman that you have working with you. You can give it to them and say, okay, right, this is the thing that was working on social. Let's try that in the sales meeting. For stage two, this is when you're at the content machine phase 3 to 5. So you're posting on all the platforms, you're capturing and creating, and you're maximizing the output. Alex in this video said a couple of things, which I'm going to say right now, which completely changed the way I look at social media. Okay. He says, at this stage, your content has improved to the point that social media platforms are now showing it to new audiences. They do this because the quality is such that they can use it to grow the amount of time people spend on their platforms. They pay you in impressions for adding value to their audience. I'd never thought about it like that. I just thought, oh, if I post and the people that see my content like it, they'll watch and then share it. But it's not. I'm putting content on this platform, and if it's good enough, YouTube will go out on their own and give it to people because they want you guys to spend more time watching and watching. So hopefully I add value and that you're spending more time on this because it's actually worthwhile for you. The next thing, you need a way of converting all these new impressions you're going to get into customers. So you need to add calls to action. Alex Hormozi does this, if you see in the description. Online business owners doing 3 million plus. If you would like to partner with me and scale to 30 million plus, apply here. That's his call to action. He says don't spam it. The more you give, the more you grow, the more you take, the more you shrink, basically. Content takes a long time to generate leads. He says he was generating content for acquisition.com for 18 months before they got traction. And this is where leverage comes in. So he talks about employing an agency. And for him and Layla, they're putting 160 pieces of content out per week. Some of them will be shorter, but that's still a lot. And they're paying $70,000 roughly per week on content or month. I think he said per month. I think he said 70,000 per month for 160 pieces of content a week. But that to get those impressions in paid traffic would cost $2 million per month. It's pretty good leverage, which he says is okay to do if you're also good at making content. And at the start like this, your content will be bad and then you'll just get better. Most people talk about things they have no right to talk about. Just because you call yourself an expert doesn't make it true. On my other channel, I'm going to start talking about Google ads because I do actually know what I'm talking about with Google ads. I've spent over 200 grand in the last year on Google ads for different companies, and I've generated $1.5 million worth of business for these things. So I do know what I'm talking about with Google ads. The last thing I'll say here, ask yourself, why should this person listen to me? And why is it worth their time? This channel is all about business, travel, and improving your life. If you understand this content strategy, it will improve your life. So that's why it's worth your time, and that's what you would get out of this video. I'll put the link in the description to the video. It's really good. You should definitely watch it. I'm a big fan of Alex Hormozi. I think he's really doing a lot for business owners at our stage. Yeah, hopefully one day I'll be at 3 million plus and I can go and talk to him in person. See you later.